Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and this is a quick RiseToWar guide, and a fast one for Thranduil. Was asked for an update for him for the new 2.0 version, so here it is, my friends. This answers the question of that subscriber. Alright, so quickly we're going to talk about Thranduil. He is about the same as he used to be. We'll quickly run through his skills very fast. He's got his Mirkwood's Vigor. Basically, if you max it out here, they've done some information on here. Damage and a limitation which inflicts something on the enemy, so he does a good amount of physical damage, 120% to 2 formations. So again, just a damage dealer thing. He also can defense of wounded enemies go down, which is kind of cool, and this can stack for 10 rounds, which is kind of awesome. So basically, once this goes on, it stacks pretty much infinitely, because 10 rounds is as far as the fight will go. So that's kind of cool. And then attack of wounded enemy units go down as well. So that is kind of cool. He can keep hitting people and reducing their defenses and attack, which is pretty awesome, actually. Not bad at all. So kind of like a frontline supporty doing some damage. So you could definitely do him as a damage dealer, but he also kind of excels at leading. All right, as a commander, he has the command elf. So elf is elf units. You can always click on them if you need to. In the commander's formation, have a 14 to, it goes up to 20% chance to evade damage, meaning they don't take damage every time they get hit. There's 20% chance they don't take damage. That's pretty good. He also gets initiative, which is good because that helps him go first before other commanders that might do something bad, so he can get damage in first or stop something usually sometimes. And then also he gives his elf at level 10, his elves, I should say, with an S. It just says elf as in the units. What kind of units, basically. Get initiative too. So again, it's not bad. Not bad at all for leadership there. And then he's got Heir of the Greenwood, the Great. All right. For each instance of physical damage dealt, gain follow-up healing. Has a 50% chance to restore 10%, and it goes up to 100% HP when you put points into it, to the commander's formation. And then at level 5, there's 75% chance, and then also his damage gets put up by 5%. I don't think that's for the units. I believe that's for him, but it may be from the heal itself. I think it's for his damage. Overall, healing in 2.0 is pretty bad, so I don't know if I necessarily rate this ability very high. So, I mean, you could do some support testing with him, but that's my personal opinion. I don't think that one will be as good. Then we have the defense of 3 allied elf formations goes up by 15. Also at level 5, their focus, burn, and poison damage received is negative 5%. It's a reduction for your units. It's a buff, basically, and stacks with similar effects. All right, so that's kind of cool. And at level 10, the elf unit's defense goes up by another 18 while defending. Okay, so this is already a very good skill just at the top here. Giving all 3 squads of your elves 15 more defense is pretty darn good with the new 2.0. Okay, so pretty good. But the fact that if you're defending, you get an extra 18 with those 3 squads, defensive elf unit, or actually defensive elf units when defending, that may, that's a good question. Does that apply to just the 3? That's a little bit weird on the wording there. I would have to run a test on that to be 100% sure. Leave a comment if you know off the top of your head if you use Thranduil. But no matter what, that's pretty good. Even that's just a squad. An extra 18 is awesome. And you have him being your main frontal commander, pretty good. So again, overall, I think he's pretty good. Where would I place him personally? If you're a heavy elf user of elf units, he's a pretty good commander. I would not say he's like the S tier commanders, though. I would put him somewhere, probably a B level commander. Oh, depending. Now, again, if you have really, really good equipment, that really changes things in RiseToWar. If you have like the perfect equipment for a commander, they can get very, very good. And mine, I'm not using him right now, so he has just been basic stuff. But I would recommend he's pretty good overall as a commander. And if you got him and you're a new player, he'd be pretty good, even just at level 1 respect. These 2 things with elves would be very, very good. If you can get him to respect 5, the best abilities to use, I would assume, is the 5th tree and then these 2. The healing's okay. I did use it one time. The fact that this healing, it has a healing up, follow-up actions cannot trigger any other effects. They kind of nerfed healing with this update, which was weird because 2.0 already nerfed healing into the ground, and then they decided to nerf it more. I will never figure that one out. This is unfortunate they gave it to him because they had to give it to Imrahil and Denethor for the horse build. If you were, or no, excuse me, not them. It was Eomer and Theoden. That was the ones that used it. But anyway, I recommend. He's pretty good. Again, their walkthroughs are wonderful. This new walkthrough thing, highly recommend it. As you can see here, they say these first two are like recommended, and then I think that's pretty good to start with. And as you can see, they put them with a group of elves. We can click this to look at more to see kind of what they do. They say to go ahead and do the first two, and then use a Galadriel with magic build. And they say for armor, use Sharp Blade. I think Sharp Blade's a good one. Definitely, because not only will it give him an extra 20 damage during combat for his formation, it'll also give it to his units in that formation. So definitely worth, since he's also going to be nerfing the enemy and giving his own guys buffs, or at least defensive buffs. So that'll give some damage buffs to your units. And then of course they put like, you know, Elrohir and Elrond with him. This is a good elf build, and as you can see, they just stuck sentinels in the whole build. I think this looks pretty good overall, but there's a couple things with the other commanders, but we're not going to. We're talking about this commander. So anyway, hopefully that helped you out. Have a great, wonderful day in Middle-earth. Real fast video. I'm going to try to make some more of these just real quick, fast videos for fast guides, especially for maybe newer players. I know for long-time players, this probably is maybe helpful for you if you don't use the commander, but you probably won't care quite as much. But again, I'll do some more in-depth stuff in the future as well. I know some of you have been asking for that, especially with combat. This season has been very low combat. I've been trying to get into combat, but we've been destroying the world. So anyway, have a great, wonderful day in Middle-earth. See you in the next one. And I just realized the game just decided not to have these sounds. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you would, and I'll see you in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings.